Hello, my students. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. It's raining here, but I had a pretty good weekend and it was quite busy, productive, but it was a pretty good weekend. All right, I'm running a little behind because I forgot my password. Have you ever had that problem where you've plugged in the password so many times and then you change the password and then you forgot the new password? I forgot my new password. But I'm here. It's running great now. And yeah, so far so good, I think. The other thing is I reorganized my office. Someone asked me about the doll houses in the back. You see the different doll houses there. I actually have a children's YouTube channel. Now, I started posting some videos there just to see and just kind of play with the dolls and try to get children interested in English and in a fun way. It's English Fun Zone for Kids. That's the title of the channel or the name of the channel. And I haven't done anything with it in a while. I was hoping to start something this summer, but I have so many things going on right now. One of the things being this live stream. I do a live stream for free once a month, trying to build up an audience. Yay. I also do a members only live stream once a month. And the members live stream is more for students looking for extra help in either grammar or mostly conversation is what I have been working on is conversation stuff. This live stream, I focus a little more on grammar because a lot of students want help with different grammar points. And I've been reviewing some of the grammar books that I have. I take a book and then take a topic and we discuss it. We practice that, whatever the grammar is. But today we're doing spelling. Today's a little bit different because it's a book that I have, it's a book that I've used, and it is for basic students. That's what it's usually for basic students. So if you're intermediate or advanced, it might be a little too easy, but I'm going to throw some advanced intermediate stuff in there as well today. Yeah. So I'm going to see if you have any questions, see who's here. Okay. I want to make sure I have this one set up so I can answer your questions. If you have any questions, write them. And if I remember to look this way, I will. I'm happy to answer your questions. I mean, that's what I'm here for, to help you with your English. If you have questions, post them in the chat box below. If you hear rain, we have a bit of a rainstorm here. So okay. So today's book is basic book, and you'll see the screen in 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4. There we go. Okay. Okay. So this is called Practice Book. It's actually the title, Practice Book, Grade 2. Now, the last class I showed you the teacher's book. This is for the students. This is the book that we're going to review here. Okay. first, let's review it a little bit. We have different names of different chapters, different pages. As you can see, there are no grammar points because this isn't really a grammar book. This is more for vocabulary and spelling. So if you're an English teacher watching this, this is going to be a great video for you because it's going to help you see how or not help, but it'll show you how I teach vocabulary and grammar to basic students. If you're a student, you're going to learn some vocabulary words, and we're going to be talking about spelling. And if you stay to the end, I have some free gifts for you. Yay! Don't we love free things? I know I do. Okay, so as you can see, not a lot of, there's nothing with grammar. So we're going to look, I'll just kind of look through here. It basic, pick a word. There's spelling words. There's little short stories. Very, very, I mean, it's not even a story, but we'll call it a story. So as you can see, and I'm doing it quickly because you can pause the video and look at the book here. But it's your basic spelling book. Yeah. Okay. So now you've had a little sneak peek. You kind of know what's going to happen today. So let's get started. So we're going to talk about lesson 1. Let me switch over here. Okay. So lesson 1. Now, there are many ways to show students vocabulary. So I'm going to show you one way you can do this. So here you can show all of the words, right? My least favorite way to do vocabulary, but you can do that. You can show all of the words. You can say lamp, right? L-A-M-P, lamp, and then have students tell you, well, what do you use a lamp for? What is a lamp? What does it look like? Right? Lamp. And then someone eventually will say lamp. Now, I've taken away the word lamp. Who can remember how to spell it? Ha ha ha. So then you ask the students, who can tell me the spelling of lamp? And we do that with all of these words. Stamp, what is it? What do you use it for? Okay. How do you spell it? I'm looking at the chat books. Anyone? Okay. Next one. Slump. Oh, this is an action word. What is a slump? What's that action? Boom. That's slump. He is slumping in the chair. Slump. Yeah, slump. You could also, someone might say it's slouch. S-L-O-U-C-H. Slouch. Yes, that's slouching. And the slump is kind of bent over. I'm slumping over, right? So slump. This can be slump as well. You're not sitting upright. Oh, do you see my t-shirt? It's merch. You can check out my merch store. Yay. If you do, that would be great. I would love to see someone wear one of my shirts. That would really surprise me. Like, you're wearing one of my shirts. I think that would, I would be surprised and shocked and thrilled about it. All right, let's go to the next word, flag. Everybody has a flag. right? That's an American flag. How do we spell it? Flag. Same thing with flat. Now, sometimes words have more than one meaning. So be careful. Don't forget that there are more than one ways to use words. Not all words, but there are some words that have more than one meaning. We have flat. A lot of things are flat. What things are flat? When I thought of it, I thought of flat screen TV. But flat can also mean apartment. British English, the word is flat. American English, we say apartment. What do you say? Yeah, both words are fine. You choose. If you're learning American English, say apartment. Flat is easier to spell. And how do you spell it? Right. Our next word is rat. I think rats are pretty cool. I like rats. I had a friend who had a rat once. It was awesome. Very, very intelligent. Yeah, so maybe not so pretty to look at, but it was I loved it. It was a cool pet to have. I wouldn't have one myself, but it was fun to, to watch and play with it. Rat. How do you spell it? Okay, next word is flip. There's a flip. Now, do you remember how to spell it? Flip. Uh-huh. Okay, rip. Like you rip a paper. Right? You have a ripped shirt. Oh, my shirt is ripped. You can have a hole in your shirt. I have a hole in my shirt. No. So rip. And the last one is ran. Past tense of run. And how do you spell it? Right. So that's one way to do it. It's not my favorite way, but it's a good way to do it because they see the word, then they have to not see the word, and then they have to remember what was it? How do they spell it? Another way to do vocabulary is to show them a picture and say it starts with S. So I'm showing you this picture and it starts with S. What is it? Some students will say, well, that's a bag, and bag starts with a B, right? It's a bag. It starts with B, of course. Again, you can call this a bag or a sack. And how do you spell sack? Okay, so that's one way to do that. Here's the next one. Oh, this one's a little more difficult. It starts with S, and it's an action word. What is she doing? And some students will say she's drinking something, right? She is drinking something. But when you taste it, you taste it. It's a starts with S. Sip, right? Sip, just a little sip, right? If you ask your friend, if you ask your friends, oh, can I have a sip? You're just gonna go. You're not gonna right. Someone say, hey, a sip. Here's the next one. What is he doing? Starts with an S. Now, someone might say, well, he's sitting. He is sitting. That's correct. What's the little word? 3 letters. Sit. Yeah. S-I-T, sit. Ah, this is what you do after they're done singing happy birthday to you. And you, what's the word? Not blow. You blow out the candle, but you do something when you're before you blow the candle, you make a starts with a W. Wish. How do you spell wish? W-I-sh. Here's where knowing letter combinations help you to spell, right? Because that's W, right? I, right? Short I, and then sh. That makes sh sound. The letters are sh, sh, right? Sh. And knowing that C or SH, that SH makes a sh sound, you can spell wish, WISH, wish. Now, I've done a lot of videos in the blends, digraphs, trigraphs, and more series. A bunch of videos there with letter combinations and mouth positions so you can see the letters that go together and what sound they make together. And that really helps you with spelling. I know some of you like that chart, that phonetic chart. Oh my gosh. I've done a video on the phonetic chart. I've done two videos, one with the mouth positions and one without. So if someone just wanted a quick, or if someone wanted to see it, so I've done one of each. And let me grab a pen here. I'm going to make a note because I'll post that in the description box below. The phonetic chart. So I'll post that so you can see that. And also, I'll also I'll also post the blends, digraphs, trigraphs, and more. Okay. Let's look at the next picture. What's that? Ooh, starts with a D. Some of you might say, but that's a plate, and p is P. Or they might say it's a bowl, right? Bowl, B, right? No, not a bowl, not a plate. We can call that a dish, right? Dish. Do you hear it now? Ish, dish. So learning those letter combinations will help you with spelling. And the last one. This one. Some of you might say, oh, those are lines. And they are lines. Yes, they are lines, but they're short lines. And if it's a short line, it's a short line. We call that a dash. D a sh dash. Right. And dash has other meanings as well, a short dash or dash to do something quick. I'm going to dash to the store, do it quickly. I've got to dash to the store real quick. Okay. So make sure you look up the words. If you don't know the word very well, make sure you get your dictionary or look online or ask AI. Oh, AI. Oh. I promise you, I will never use an AI voice on my channel. It will always be me or another native speaker. But I promise, my right hand, right? I promise never, ever, ever to put anything with AI video, AI voice, maybe a video, because those things are kind of cool, but my voice will be attached to whatever I post. I promise. All right, here's the next thing. So another way to do it, vocabulary, is to some of the harder words that are more difficult, right? I would ask my students, what is this? So this might be something they're not used to saying, used to hearing. It's not a common word. So I would say it's a tree. And sometimes a tree has that sticky liquid, and I use a lot of, it's sticky, and it's called, and it starts with an S. And this stuff from the tree that's sticky, it gets on your skin and it's sticky, or on your car. If you have a car, it's sticky, and it's called sap. Sap, S-A-P, sap, right? Ugh, terrible stuff. Next one, skinny little thin pancakes. They're very thin pancakes. I like thick pancakes. What about you? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you like thick pancakes? Blah, blah. Thick pancakes. Say that 10 times fast. Or thin, like this. Thin pancakes, like these pancakes here. What about this? What do you think this is? Bread, eggs, milk. It's called a list. So you're making a list. They're making a grocery list. And I've done a video on groceries, the grocery store, a grocery list. Again, I'll post that video in the description box. I've made a note. And the last one, right? Bunch of people. They're in a line. Now, American English, we say line. How do you spell line? Line. L-I-N-E, right? That silent E makes that I say its name. L-I-N, line. Now, British English, they use Q. That's called a Q. Q-U-E, U-E, Q. Crazy spelling. Because it looks like Q-U-U, Q-U-U, but it's Q. American English, it's easier, line. So this person is in the front, and this person is in the back. This person is first, and this person is last. So first and last, and a line. Okay, next one. So here is the part where the students pick a word. So I always tell you, when you see a space, say, So for example, Pat put a on the letter. Pat put a on the letter. Now, do you remember the words here? Remember this word? Stamp on a letter. So stamp is the right word. And you can do that with all of these. The waved on the pole. And here there's a picture of a flag. Right. Anna, very fast in the race. Wow, I think in my race, she's fast. Past tense of run. Ran, right? Can't be a rat. It can't be a rip. Juan likes to in the big chair. Poor Juan. That's not a very big chair. That was a little chair. But the picture I posted is free. I couldn't find a big chair. Okay, so Juan likes to sit. Yeah. The cook put on the The cook put the I'm sorry, I said the cook put food on the I got excited to say The cook put food on the Let's did it again. The cook put food on the dish, right? It's not a dash, it's not a line, it's not a wish. Al, that's not AI, that's Al. Al felt so He wanted to cry. Al felt so sticky sap. Oh, tap, 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 tap. No, he felt sad. The hungry cat looked chin thin or chat. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, what are you, blah, 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 chat. Thin, right? Thin. Thin as a pancake. That would be very, very thin. Oop. Cal wrote a of books to read. So he's making you said list, you're right. List is correct. Yeah. All right, I see we have quite a few people here today. Hello, don't be afraid to use the chat box. If you have a question, put it in the chat box. Because I'm looking at my chat list here. I'm your teacher. I'm here to help you. So if you have a question about English, do that. Thank you. Okay. No questions? Good. So spelling. When we talk about spelling, I always teach you to look for words or look for letters that go together. Letter combinations, letters that go together, like FL. FL, those words go together. AG, ag, those two go together, right? You got nag, hag, right? Ag. And you've got FL, flag, flare, flip, full, right? FL makes full sound. So if you can remember the sounds of those letters, you can spell. I honestly, I'm a terrible speller. When I was little, I had a hard time with spelling. I've gotten better. I still have some trouble. And I tell students, read. The more you read, the better your grammar will be, your spelling will improve. For me, writing, I use Word, and it has spell check. So I've actually my spelling has improved because of spell check. Now with AI, I don't know. I don't like when they give you a recommendation first. I don't like that. It's like, oh, are you spelling flag? No, I'm spelling flat, right? I don't, I hate that. I want to write. Leave me alone. Okay. So we have flag, fin on a fish is a fin. Ran, past tense of run, has, fill, sat, list, sit, bag, there's ag, ag, bag, and win. So a lot of these words have letter groupings or words that go together. Okay, the in, win, sin. We have in, we have ag, like I've said. We have it, hit, mit. We have ist, missed, list. We have right? We have sat, bat, cat. So knowing those letter combinations, your spelling will improve. And if you know how to pronounce them, right? If you can look at this and go full, ag, flag, right? Okay. So that's how we do the spelling, and memorize them, but we want to memorize them in not only in pronunciation, but in sentences. I say in a story. So here you can see in this book, we have the words with short A and words with short I. So you're learning ah and I. Okay, I'm going to show that. Oops, wrong one. So we're saying ah, open the mouth, ha, ag, hag. Why said that? Bag, right? And then we have short I, like in sit, hit, not e, not. Don't smile. Don't smile. I'm sure you have a lovely smile, but don't smile. Hit, sit, it. Okay. Okay. So you can divide them. Fairly easy to do. Let's look at the next page. Here we have a story, a little short paragraph. And then you're going to write the endings of each sentence. This is okay. It helps you to practice your writing, and it helps you to look for things in the sentence to write. So at the start of the story, you write what it is, right? Frida's day at the beach. Oh, how exciting! How exciting! Frida, now that's a girl's name, walked across the beach. Yuck, she said. There's sand in my shoes. Oh, I hate when that happens. Let's get some water, said her big brother Al. Now, big brother doesn't mean big brother. It means he's older, not bigger, older. So, said her big brother Al. Al helped Frida fill her pail with water. Then they sat in the sand. In the sand, not on the sand. You sit in the sand because when you sit, the sand kind of goes around you, right? Sit in the sand. They started to make a house. Okay, this should be castle, but because this is basic English, they say house. But it should be castle. I've never heard of a sand house. Have you? Sand castle, yeah. Okay, so look, Frida said with a smile. We made a sand house. No, you didn't. You made a sand castle. So then you would go through and say, at the start of the story, Frida, right, had sand in her shoes. Okay, so another way to do spelling words is to show pictures and ask what these things are, right? What is this? Who can tell me? Anyone out there? Hello. I'm checking the chat box. If you are subscribed to the channel, you can chat. So if you're trying to chat but can't, you must be a subscriber. And if you subscribe right now, you can chat and ask your questions right now. Okay. So this is a basket. Basket. And we take a basket with us. When do we take a basket? We take it when we go on a, starts with a P, picnic, a picnic. So you can call this a basket or a picnic basket. What is this? Cute little thing. You can call it a bunny or a rabbit. Right, so bunny or a rabbit. When I think of rabbit, I think of big. And when I think of bunny, I think of little, right? So rabbit, bunny, a bunny rabbit. So big, little. And this In American English, we say napkin, napkin, napkin. And then the big word, serviette, serviette, right? And that's British English, serviette, serviette. That's so fancy. It's a fancy word, serviette. But we say napkin, napkin. Both are fine. I'm not saying it's wrong to say serviette, but this one is water in a plastic cup. Some of you might have said, or you might have said, glass of water. Did you say glass of water? We would say glass of water, even though it's a plastic glass. We don't, you can't say, I would like some plastic water. You have to say what it is. So even though it's not glass, we still say a glass of water in a plastic cup. So some water in a plastic cup. So you might hear a plastic cup. A plastic glass doesn't work. Plastic cup. But you could say a glass of water, and they could give you it in a plastic cup. English is crazy. And the last one is not a cupcake. It's not a cupcake. Starts with an M. Muffin. What's the difference between a cupcake and a muffin? Frosting. You know, the stuff you put on top, frosting. That's the difference between a cupcake and a muffin. Yay. Okay. So now that we've had a little vocabulary lesson, you've thought about the words, you've heard the sound, then we would look at the questions. Okay, or the sentences, not the questions. Bad teacher. So we had a picnic on the grass. And again, we say for the blank. We had a on the grass. And then your mind would say picnic. Mom got hot dogs out of the basket. Right? Basket. B-A-S-K-E-T. Basket. Picnic, right? And syllables. I want to talk a little bit about syllables, right? Picnic, picnic. You can clap, you can snap. Can you do this? Yeah. Clap if you can't. Or tap. Picnic has 2. Basket, 2. That also helps with spelling. Basket, basket, bass. Next one. Tim drank milk from a cup. Do you remember the word? Plastic, right? Plastic, tick, plastic cup. Mom handed Pam a napkin. Do you remember the word? Napkin, napkin. Dad bit into a big bran muffin, right? Muffin. Big bran muffin. No frosting. No frosting. Hopped. Boing, boing, boing. Across the grass. Across the grass. So a rabbit hopped across the grass. Across the grass. Okay. So then it gives you an opportunity to write your own sentences with these words. Okay, so that's another way to show vocabulary, to remember vocabulary. I love pictures because it puts a picture in your mind, right? Like I grew up with this being a pen, right? And others lapis. Well, no, it's not a lapis, it's a pen, but you're learning the new language, you say lapis, right? I say I say, well, this is tissue, say in Chinese, mian ginger, right? In China, they call this a mian ginger. I call it a tissue. So you have to rename everything when you're learning a language. But don't just learn words. Learn the words together. Spelling is important, and I've shown you a couple of things how to improve your spelling without using that phonetic chart. But if you just learn words, then you don't know how to use the language, right? So, like for example, I boo in Chinese is no boo, right? So I say boo, and then I try to say something in Chinese and I can't because I only know the word boo. So I take the word and I try to use it in many different situations. 我不, that's a word combination. Those words go together, right? I know 我不go together. So then I put those two words that go together with other words that go together, right? So 我不知道, I don't know. 我不明白, what? I don't understand, right? 我不看, I can't see, can't read. Any language, you find the words that go together, and you make sentences that way, useful sentences, and you learn a language much faster. I speak Mandarin, conversation level. I had no desire to go to school or have a job where I needed to use a language. I learned the language so I could talk to people who could speak Mandarin. Plus, I have blonde hair and I'm vanilla and white. I don't know, Caucasian, and you go to an Asian person and you speak Chinese, and I love that look. Um, I did it for fun. I wanted to learn another language. I also speak Spanish. Muscle males. I know a lot of words and phrases. Conversations are a little tricky for me because people who speak Spanish speak really fast. I learned a lot of Spanish in Peru. They speak, well, they spoke to me at a very even pace. That it was, hi, how are you? Are you having a good day? It's da 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 da. Very, but in Costa Rica, ay Dios mío. Costa Rica, everything is blah, 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 blah. And I hear that with people who are learning English. We speak blah, 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 blah. But if you learn where these things go together, it'll be easier. Okay, no questions? I'm just going on now, just talking. So as you can see, so this book has other things where you have a sentence and you choose a word, sentence and you choose a word, right? It's a nice book. It's simple. It's easy to use. A lot of things you can do with it as a teacher. You can take things away. You can add things. You can show pictures, right? I think that's what's missing in this book is that it's black and white and it's a little boring as far as pictures. It needs more pictures. Here we have, is this a sentence? This is kind of interesting practice. I see a frog. Is that a sentence? I see a frog. I see a mouse. I see a pen. I see a, not a. I know some English teachers will say, I have a pen, right? That's wrong. It's a pen. If you ever listen to native speakers speaking in a movie, they do say and they do say a. You say, I have a pen. I have a pen. But if there's emotion behind it, wow, I have a pen. Dun, 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 dun. I'm using emotion. I would say a pen. Oh my, I have a pen. There's so much emotion behind this. You son of a, have a pen. Leave me alone. So we use a, there's emotion, and we say, when we're speaking naturally. And I get so frustrated when I see a teacher, an English teacher, say, I have a pen. No, you don't. You have a pen. And don't say one. I have one pen. No, one grammatically is correct, but we say, means one. I have a pen. I have a dog. Actually, I have two dogs. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. So this is a nice practice. So what are we going to do next time? Next time, it's going to be more advanced because this was a little basic and it's for spelling and to show you how you can learn spelling words, right? And when you're teaching, if you're a teacher, my recommendations for teaching vocabulary. I'm going to show you the or list or post. I can't talk now because I'm trying to write. I've done a few spelling. I've done a few spelling videos. I'm going to post those. I'll post the blends, digraphs, trigraphs, and more series so you can learn letter combinations and the phonetic chart for those that love phonetic charts. Okay, I know there are different types. I posted the one that I received when I was in university learning how to teach English as a second language. So that's the chart that I received when I was in school. That's the chart that I posted in the video. Several people have said there are other charts. Yes, I know. I don't like the chart. I don't use the chart in my class. So you've stayed until the end of the video. Well, it's not quite over. Don't leave. Don't click that button just yet because you want the free stuff, right? Yes, you do. I know you do. I would. I love free stuff. Okay, so you're going to see the screen in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's the new screen. Okay, so here's a gift. I made a video with these different letter combinations. Okay, so you can see I've done all of these. There might be a few that I haven't covered yet, partly because I got tired of posting pronunciation videos and I wanted to do something different. And I had students ask for different things, so I started posting other things. But I have done most of these things. Now, this is, as you can see, the letter combinations, S, T, S, P, S, M. I've done these videos. I've done all of these videos, or all of these letter combinations, right? These don't cover the vowels, but the vowels are in the words. So there's the O vowel, there's an E vowel. Okay, this also, again, helps you with spelling. So the blends, digraphs, trigraphs, and more, that's what this is. Now, this wonderful person put this book together. It is for free, so you can use it in your class. You can copy it. It is something that you can use. You can't sell the book. So don't put the book on Amazon and try to make money because she'll come after you. But if it's for your class, it's for you to practice, fine. Okay, not a problem. It's true with this book. Fantastic teacher. These are exactly what we've been talking about. Words, right? These are all these words. And then they put them on cue cards or flashcards. And then they have a sentence for each word. Now, some of the sentences are, they're okay, but I live in a house. Of course you do. I live in a house. I live in an apartment. Of course you do. I live in a condo. Of course you do. So some of them, you make me happy. Of course you do. You would make me very happy if you liked, subscribed, and shared this live stream that I do once a month at the end of the month. It's usually at the end of the month. A week, it's usually uh, the third week, the third Wednesday of each month. So like our next class will be the 20th August. Oh my gosh, it's going to be August. August already. Gotta be kidding me. So yeah, so the 20th of August, 4 o'clock Central European time, same place, a little bit more advanced though. Okay, I'm not done with the free stuff. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. One more free thing. You want more free things. So you have this book and you have this one. So you have 2 books now for free with spelling words and things that you can use. If you're a teacher, you can use in your classroom. If you're a student, you can use these books as well. So yay, free stuff. And as always, I try to give you a list of vocabulary words to learn. So here's our vocabulary list. I'll say the words. You can repeat after me. Not, wrong, no, wreck, graph, wrap, knife, tough, phone, laugh. So a lot of silent letters, right? And again, blends, digraphs, trigraphs, and more will help you with those as well. I've done silent letter videos. I'll post those in the description box below, right? So look up the words, use the words, try to make useful sentences, okay? And then this book is the online English grammar, and they have a lot of topics to choose from. And we're going to probably do something from the adverb list. I'm thinking maybe do something where we're making questions, right? The interrogative ones where you interrogate why, how, where, right? Where were you? Maybe function. So we're going to cover some of these, not all of these, because this live stream is usually anywhere from a half an hour to an hour. And we're almost at that hour point now, but normally only a half an hour, right? But today went a little longer because I was having so much fun today. I hope you had fun as well. And if you want to tell me which of these you'd like to look at during our next live stream, comment below. Say, hey, I want to see more about manner, or I want to see something about degree. Let me know. I can put that in the next one. And like I said, August 20th on a Wednesday, 4 p.m. Central European time, same time as it was today, same place. Same time, same place. Thank you so much for watching this live stream, sharing it, telling others. I want to keep doing it because I enjoy doing this. It's fun. And I hope you had fun too. So until next time, my students, please keep practicing. Bye.